Hi, this is Tim Singleton of Achieve It, and today I'm going to preview some new features that our development team is working on that are scheduled to be out in the beginning of the second quarter of this year. And there's a few things that we're finishing up that we're going to be releasing shortly. First, our advanced allocation program that we've been working on. We are going to make that a separate module. Initially, we were going to be making it a component within warehouse management, and in speaking with a lot of our partners, they could see this being very useful for customers who are not ready for warehouse management, but they do want a more flexible means of creating pick tickets within Business One. So we're finishing that up. And again, this is a very powerful module that lets you automatically create pick tickets based off of a user-defined query or upon the transactional add. So you could build your own queries and save them and automatically have them generate SAP pick tickets for sales orders, reserves, production, transfers, or it could just be based off an SAP query or a custom query against any of these transactions. Additionally, we have our pick actions. So you can build a template, so when you are automatically creating the pick tickets, then you have some specific actions. So maybe you only want to have them create if they're 100% fulfilled or only release available quantity. You have bin allocation filters and rules. You have pick list generation parameters. So if you do want to do the split like in standard Business One, you also have some capability for some bin location allocation and splits. And then over here, you'll have your allocations of the items within the bins. Finally, the pick list details, you can indicate for the pick date whether you want to use the system date, the demand row date, or a query that you've developed. They could be for specific users that you're creating the pick tickets for. You could assign these pick tickets to a specific employee, and then you could have your remark. Finally, you have a scheduler, so if it is a pick ticket creation that's based off of a query, you can indicate based off of the scheduler how often these pick tickets are created. So that's one thing that we're working on, and again, we're looking to have this, the advanced allocations module, most likely will be out before the beginning of the second quarter. But the other thing that we are also in process of doing, incorporating and kind of doing some redesign with our equipment rental program. So our equipment rental program going to be re-engineered, so it's going to take advantage of SAP's quotes and sales orders and invoices, as well as pick tickets. In the past, we had our own marketing documents, but we're re-engineering the product so that it's all built into SAP marketing documents, which really has it flow a lot better. A few other things that we've done with our warehouse management. Again, there's two components of our warehouse management. These are the rules and the configurations. There's some new features that we've added that I'm going to touch on today. We've expanded on the license plates to also now include the license plates on the pick. Previously had it on the receipt. We also have it on the EDI receipt. So have automatic license plate numbering if you wish to use that. We've also added a few other features for the picking process in addition to the allocation program. With that, we have override passwords. So if a user is supposed to pick items from a specific bin, or they're going to short pick the bin, or they want to override and go to another bin, you can indicate whether they require to have a password to override the bin or do a short pick or cancel the pick altogether. You'll see some other options here to allow the user to now pack during the picking process. A pick to box quite often is called. And then we also have the capability to auto create the pack slip after picking. So with our piece of software here, so what you could also do is you could do pack during pick. So we have two packing options. One is you could have a two-step process where one person picks it, they bring the products to a packing station, and then someone else does the packing. But quite often organizations have people pick directly into the boxes that are going to be shipping. So we've added that capability. We also have the capability to auto create the pack slip automatically after picking has been completed. In receiving, there's a few different options that we've also incorporated. We also now support the AP reserve invoice. We also now provide the capability to have multiple users do a purchase order receiving. And if you'd like to, allow the users to over-receive quantities of items that are greater than the quantity on the purchase order. This is useful for industries that deal with products usually weight related. Finally, you're going to see here a checkbox here for allowing bin selection with a new feature that we have called Pio Touch Receipt. So there's some numerous features that continue to be added. The depth of functionality within the WMS continues to expand. We have a lot of new things that we're working on, not only in the SDK version of the product, but really at the heart of the product and the future path of Resolv and Business One is within the SAP cloud. So let me talk to you and show you a little bit about what we've done there. So what I'm going to do for right now is I'm going to log into my Fiori client, and this program is running within the SAP cloud. So this is using what now is called the hybrid cloud. The program is running within the SAP cloud using a technology called Destinations that is pointing back directly into our servers in New York. And you'll see some new functionality here. You'll see some new tiles. You'll see the equipment rental tile. You do our rental picks, our rental returns in the warehouse. We now have a license plate menu. Although you could build the license plates upon the PO receiving, and then you could see those license plates that have been built. So if I want to see the details of this particular license plates, this only one happens to have one item on it, but we can have really unlimited items within a license plate. And right now I could just manually put that onto this license plate. So now this license plate has multiple items. We have labels for our license plates. We could do a building of a license plate from here. And again, you could also do the scanning with the camera on the device, or just straightforward of the regular barcode scanner. So we're now updating this license plate. We could print labels for the license plate, put it on it, usually use a container. We have a license plate print program. We can break the license plates, and then we have an inquiry. So if you just want to see all the contents within a specific license plate, all the items that are on there, you can get the detail of the license plate, the bin location of that license plate, and the products within it. Now what I'd like to talk about and demonstrate is a feature that we have for the improving of the receiving. There's a few things that you'll see new within the receiving module. We started off originally with the SAP PO receipts. We had our container receiving. If you have our container module, you have goods receipt PO. Now what this provides you the capability to do is, if you want to receive a purchase order into Business One, create a PO goods receipt, but you haven't created a purchase order, what you could do is come in here. I'll come in here and just say for BIC, I want to receive products into the warehouse. I can indicate whether I want to build a license plate for, here. I'm going to just bypass that. I'm going to just receive in this plexiglass, let's say 51 of them, add, and now I'm going to, using the service layer, going from the SAP cloud into our local Business One, I've just now created a PO goods receipt. So there's that plexiglass time and date stamp of creating the PO goods receipt without the purchase order initially being created. And this is useful for organizations that maybe someone verbally called in a purchase order to a vendor and didn't get it into Business One, but you do need to create the PO goods receipt in the warehouse. This feature will let you do that. You'll see here we're now letting you create AP reserve invoices from within the warehouse. So it's just much like the PO goods receipt. Next, I'd like to show you a new feature that we provide, which we call the Pio Touch Receipt. And this will provide you the capability to create a PO goods receipt within Business One. And in this case, you're still using the mobile device, but you're not using the scanner. This is an ideal solution for companies that still want to have a two-step process where one person may receive it, someone else may put it away, or someone else may check it or inspect it before it comes in. So it can be a one or a two-step process for receiving. But what we're looking at doing here is, if you are a user inside the warehouse and you're receiving valuable items or items that need to be inspected and you need to verify against an image, this will let you do that. Done here. Here's one of the POs we've already received. So I'm going to duplicate that PO. I'm going to issue a PO to Shelby Diamond Imports. We have 5 of 4 carat diamond. We got 6. And I'll leave the other quantities the way they are. And again, what we've done is, from the item master, just for demonstration purposes, we incorporated over here on the remarks, we put an image in for this particular 1 carat diamond. There's a yellow carat, 1 carat, a 4 carat, and so forth. Just a little bit about what we've done here. Again, using the service layer, we're displaying this within the PO receiving process. Come up, we're issuing purchase order 938. We'll hit update, and PO 938 has been generated. Now, within Resolv, again, standard screens that we have, but in this one, we've done a nice design here. We'll do that with PO 938. And what you'll see here now is a new type of PO receiving screen. Much like our other screens, you can move the columns around, so whatever works best for your staff. And within this, all of this particular screen for PO receiving is used to help automate within the warehouse and provide some more automation into the warehouse. But the verification in this regard is going to be visual. Within this PO that we issued, PO 938, we have 6 diamonds here. For verification, if I need to take a look at the item, I can take a look at the item from here. So if you're on a mini tablet, that would be useful. If you need to do your inspections of products, you could do that from here. Now, the quantity that comes into these particular rows, or columns I should say, and now the quantities that come into these columns, you could have it default as the same as the quantity that's ordered, or you could have these blank and the user has to enter it. It's up to you. And now we have the default bin locations as well, so these are in different secure bin locations. What we have is you can simply come in here and start clicking on the column to do your confirmation of what came in. Now in this case, we have serialized items. We could use a scanner here, and now we've done the serialized items there. Again, if I need verification, I could pull open an image, do the verification, save the items. Now, if you're an organization or if you have clients that want to have it where one person is doing the receiving, but someone else may be putting it away, they may just inspect the process of what the first person did. When you finish the process, you can now park this purchase order. So this purchase order is parked. A short period of time in the future, someone else comes through and puts those products into a location. So they'll pull open the we're working on. They will unpark the order, so they're going to open it up. They can indicate the location that the product is going to be stored in. So these are the default locations. Now I am just saying yes, we are approving that we did go into that location. You'll see here we have the hide finish checkbox turned on. So as I confirm each line item through my own inspection process, you'll see that they'll disappear. If I do want to see them all, I can open them up and see them all. And again, one thing worth noting here, with all of this information, nothing is being stored on the device. This is all native SAP data, again, using the service layer. I can park it again, so if there's just another step we need to go through since they're high value products, or I could just hit finish. We'll post this into Business One through the service layer and create the goods receipt. So that PO is now closed. And now you'll see the PO goods receipt was created. Time and date stamp on the user who did that. So those are just a few things that we've done. We are working on, again, lots of other nice new functionality within our SDK versions, both for SQL and for HANA, as well as additional functionality as mentioned inside of the Fiori piece. Thank you for taking the time viewing this video, and we look forward to working with you in the near future. Thank you.